Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear and listening into another video from me. And this time I'm going to talk about, well, basically I'm following up the video I did on Dead Rising 4's DLC situation. And I have bad thing is I feel like this video isn't going to get as many views as that one did. And when I do a follow-up video, it's like it never gets the same amount of attention as the original video. But I was thinking about something, and I know there are probably a lot of people that are going to disagree with this because they don't want to spend extra money on stuff. But I'm starting to wonder if maybe companies should just put out their games at a higher price and stop charging for an incomplete version of the game. Like, seriously, just think about it. The Dead Rising 4 situation could have actually been avoided. One, they wasted money printing physical copies of an incomplete game. Like, they literally wasted money printing incomplete copies of the game. When they already had to spend time printing complete copies of the game. So, to me, I'm looking at this like, who made this decision in the long run? That's kind of what I want to know. Like, who decided this was the best way to go? Give people an incomplete version of the game, then charge them $20 so that they can actually finish it proper, or just give them the complete edition of the game at the price that they needed to sell it at, which was the $80. Instead of making that a quote unquote special edition, just make that the regular game. And a special edition could have come out down the line with like a DLC update that's actual downloadable content and not content that's ripped out of the game, which is actually still there, but you have to pay to unlock it. That, to me, I think would make more sense. They'd be spending less money on printing out different versions of the game. And on top of that, people would probably not be as agitated or angry. I know I wouldn't have. I certainly wouldn't have. And I would be, as much as I wouldn't want to pay more for a game, I'd be willing to. Just think of this. How eBay tends to work for people. A few years ago, I came upon like some microphones because where I was working at the time, I was working like in a medical office, and the one of the providers there was going to toss out six, and I mean six working speech microphones, six of them. And then, like the person I was working with at the time, we decided, we were like, well, if you're gonna throw them out, we could take them, and we took them. And it's because they got updated ones, so like they got better versions of the same thing. So they were just going to throw the other ones out, and I was like, these still work. Like, they still work. They literally still work. I mean, there's some wear and tear on them, like, obviously, but they were still in working condition. Like, and I didn't think that made much sense. Like, why throw out something that's still in working condition when you could sell it, make a little money back. But for them, I guess it didn't make much of a difference, so they didn't care. They're just tossing it. And I'm like, wow, wasteful. Like that was something that could have been useful, and you just threw it the fuck out. So, what I did with a partner of mine, we split them up because there were six of them. I took three, she took three, and we both decided, oh, we're gonna sell a couple of these. Might as well make a little bit of money off of them. Fuck it. I put them up on eBay for $60 with $5 shipping. They didn't sell at all. They literally did not sell at all. So I did the next best thing, and I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna make a little bit of extra money. Put them both up for $75 with no shipping fee. They went as quickly as I posted them the second time around. I only sold two of them. The other one I currently still use. So I'm looking at this like, are people stupid, or is it just a stigma on the extra charge? Is it really just a stigma on the extra charge? And I'm starting to think that's the thing. It's considered an extra charge. Even if it might end up being cheaper, it's literally considered an extra charge. Hell, they could have got away with charging $90 for this game. They probably could have. Full price for everything. They probably could have got away with charging $90 for it. But with that would come the complete game and any skins that they're going to sell bundled in the package. So you're not paying separate for it. It's something that, again, going back to old gaming days, you unlocked. What is wrong with unlockable content? Nothing. It actually makes it worth playing a game and playing it over a few times because some people, once they get that bug in them, they're like, oh shit, if I keep playing, I'll get more and more stuff. They're going to keep playing the game. That's better for you. To be honest, because that means they want to play your game more. They'll enjoy it more. And I just look at him like, this is something that should be, I shouldn't even have to talk about this. Like, this is something that should easily be picked up on. I shouldn't have to say this at all. Like, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, if they put the game out at $80 flat rate, nothing else to be charged. Obviously, tax because you're gonna get it in the retail store or when you buy it off of an online store. Yes, there's gonna be some tax. Okay, that's another thing. Tax will go up a little bit, so games would be closer to $90. But that's better than charging $60 for it and giving me an incomplete version of the game. I think that would be preferable. Instead of me having to be charged a second time to get the content that I thought would be available to me the first time. There's no reason that should have to happen. Really, there isn't. And I think companies could do better for themselves if they did that. Maybe if they also budgeted a little bit better instead of just throwing all their money into one pool of graphics and then worrying about gameplay and a whole bunch of other stuff afterwards. Not saying that every company does that, but a lot of them do. But the overall, I think, one, if they budgeted better, like went for more stylized looks instead of trying to make games look as realistic as they can, they'd probably save a little bit more money. And charging a little bit more for the games because they actually need to charge more for them. Retail is not going. There are no retailers that are going to argue about the price that you are charging for your game. They're not. They literally are not going to argue about how high you charge for your game. They might argue how low you charge for a game, but I don't even think they're going to argue that. They're just going to charge what you charge for it. So I'm starting to think that might be the way that things need to go. Just charge a little bit extra for the complete game. Give me all the content. And then let me make it so I have to work to get it. Not that I have to pay to get it. And when I say work, I'm not talking about going out, working and hustling and tiring myself out so I can come home and deposit some money on an account to get some shit for a game. No, what I'm saying is literally make me have to play the game to get the extra shit. Instead of charging me for it. Just make it so I have to play the game to get it. There's nothing wrong with unlocked content. Nothing. And it would definitely look better on companies if they did this. I think in the long run, sure, there's going to be some backlash in the beginning because people will be like, I don't want to pay more than $60 for this. Like, okay, but do you want to keep buying incomplete games? Like, if you want to keep buying incomplete games, you can keep your $60 price tag. Go ahead. Like, but for me, I think that's an annoyance. Like, just make the one version. Like, you guys don't waste as much money. And on top of that, there'll be a deterrent for a lot of people because they're now paying a little bit more. They won't buy as many games and they won't try to run through as many of them. It'll be a practice that will start to slow down, I think. I think more or less it would be like, well, I just bought this game. Let me play it at least to the fullest extent that I can play it. Like, since I'm paying more money for it, let me put more time into it. Let me appreciate this a little bit more. Oddly enough, That's how people tend to work. If they spend more money on something, they are going to value it a little bit more. They're going to take their time with it a little bit more. So why not? And I think it would be healthy for the industry overall. Personal opinion. I mean, again, not that I want to tell companies that they should do this, but I'm just trying to get an overall perspective on things and look at this. And I'm like, this might be what you guys need to do. You maybe just need to take this approach. And hopefully that would mean dropping of DLC skins and those being charged. Because I'm not buying skins. I'm never going to buy skins. Now, if I get a code with a skin on it, if I get a code for skins, fine. I'm gonna use it, but I'm not paying for that shit separately. I am not buying it separately. Like when I bought the special edition of Street Fighter 4 for the Xbox 360, because I knew I was gonna get the Ryu headband and I was gonna get the Crimson Viper figure. I didn't even realize it was gonna come with a skin for Zangief for him to wear Hager's Final Fight outfit. I didn't realize that was in there, and there was a couple other characters got some skins. I didn't realize it was part of the package, so that was a bonus to me. But I don't know. Like I'm just looking at things like this, and it's like I'd rather have the complete edition. Special editions should be something that includes a physical item. It shouldn't be, oh, this is a special edition because it's actually the full game. That doesn't make it special. That just makes you a prick. But I think I've exhausted most of what I can say on this. If you've got any other opinions or any other ideas as to how these companies could stop nickeling and diming us and actually make some money without fucking us over, go ahead, drop them down in the comments. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me.